Hey there, folks. Pull up a chair, because I've got a story that'll hit you right in the gut about a soldier, a nobody by all accounts, who got dragged into a world so dark it nearly swallowed her whole. My name's Sarah Miller, used to be Staff Sergeant Miller, stationed at Fort Carson, Colorado, just minding my own business, guarding an armory full of enough firepower to level a small city. I wasn't out there chasing glory, no medals pinned to my chest, no tales of heroism, just a regular gal in fatigues, doing my job, keeping my head down, and savoring the quiet. But then, one crisp October afternoon, everything changed, and I'm still trying to figure out who I became when it was all over. It was 2 p.m., the kind of day where the Colorado pines smell sharp and the wind carries a hint of gun oil from the armory. I was on my usual patrol, checking fences, scanning cameras, making sure nothing was out of place, boring stuff, but I liked it. No brass yelling in my ear, no pointless meetings, just me and the rhythm of the job. Then my radio crackled. Armory 1, this is base command. VIP convoy, ETA 15 minutes. I keyed back, cool as ever. Armory 1 copies. Any special protocols? They said no, just standard checks, so I went back to my rounds, not thinking much of it. But when those 3 black SUVs rolled up, government plates, tinted windows, the kind that scream, above your pay grade, I knew something big was brewing. Out steps this guy, Commander Jake Ramsey, mid-40s, face like weathered leather, eyes that sized up everything without ever locking onto you. No name tape, no unit patch, just that quiet menace you get from special ops types who've seen things you don't ask about. He hands me his credentials, says he's here for equipment verification, but the way he said my name, Sarah Miller, like he'd already read my whole life story, made my skin prickle. I let him and his team in, 5 guys moving like they owned the place, all silent efficiency, hauling tablets and snapping photos of serial numbers. This wasn't a routine inspection, no way. 47 minutes later, they're loading crates into their SUVs, and Ramsey pulls me aside, out by the fence where the Rockies stretch out like a promise of freedom. Miller, he says, how long you been at Carson? I tell him 18 months, keeping it neutral, but he's already digging deeper. And before that, Kandahar, Mosul, a couple off-the-books ops in Somalia, right? Fluent in Arabic, conversational Farsi, sniper quals. I'm thinking, how the hell does he know this? My record's got gaps, stuff buried so deep, even I don't talk about it. He pulls out a tablet, shows me a photo of a guy mid-40s, cold eyes, the kind of face you'd see on a most wanted list. Recognize him? I shake my head. That's Victor Kane, he says, ex-mercenary, now running a weapons trafficking ring out of Serbia. He's planning to buy American guns, our guns, and sell them to terrorists. And you, Miller, you're gonna stop him. I'm standing there, wind whistling through the fence, thinking this guy's lost his damn mind. Me? A desk jockey armory guard? But Ramsey's not asking. He's telling me I'm going undercover, deep into Kane's network, posing as a crooked soldier willing to sell out her country for cash. One wrong move, he says, and I'm dead in a ditch in Belgrade. No backup, no record I ever existed. You got 30 seconds to decide, he says, checking his watch like he's ordering a coffee. I look back at the armory, my quiet little world, then at those mountains, and something in me shifts. I think about kids like me, soldiers out there dying because of guys like Kane. I'm in, I say, and just like that, my life as Sarah Miller starts to vanish. 6 hours later, I'm in an SUV speeding toward a CIA black site in Virginia, the kind of place that doesn't show up on Google Maps. It's all concrete bunkers, armed guards who look at you like you're the threat, and elevators that drop so deep you feel the air change. Ramsey introduces me to Dr. Emily Carter, a CIA shrink who looks like she could talk a lion into therapy, and Major Tom Hayes, military intelligence, all sharp edges and zero patience. They sit me down in a room humming with servers and tell me I'm about to become someone else. Rachel Brooks, a washed-up supply clerk with $50,000 in gambling debts, a cheating ex-husband, and a chip on her shoulder the size of Texas. For 72 hours, they rebuild my new passport, fake bank records, social media posts griping about the army, even text messages from creditors breathing down my neck. Emily drills into my head, making me live as Rachel, think like Rachel, feel like Rachel. Your childhood in Akron, Ohio, she says. Your dad lost his job at the tire plant. Your mom scrubbed floors to keep you fed. How'd that make you feel? I dig into my own past, the hard years growing up, and channel it into Rachel's bitterness. Pissed, I tell her. The world screws people like us, and nobody cares. By day 3, I'm not just playing Rachel, I'm starting to be her, and that scares me more than the mission. They fly me to Belgrade, Serbia, drop me in a rundown apartment that smells like cabbage and old linoleum. It's got reinforced locks, windows angled for street views, and a burner phone loaded with Rachel's life-debt apps, angry texts, the works. My job's to hang out at a dive called Blackwater Tavern, a grimy joint where Serbs and expats mix, and wait for Kane's people to bite. I spend days sipping bad coffee, fiddling with my phone, looking like a soldier drowning in debt. I mutter loud enough for eavesdroppers. These interest rates are killing me, and the Army's screwing me out of a promotion. On day 5, I notice a woman mid-30s, sharp suit, calls herself Lena Harris, watching me over her newspaper. She's got that vibe, like she's counting exits and sizing me up. Next day, a guy named Milo Vasic joins her, built like a linebacker, but moves like a cat, eyes scanning every move I make. By day 6, Lena slides into my booth, all smiles. American military, huh? I'm Lena, business consultant. Not many of you around here. I play Rachel wary, a little desperate. Yeah, well, I'm ex-military now. Got discharged, looking for work. She leans in, voice smooth as silk. Logistics experience like yours? My clients pay well for that. Ever move? Sensitive equipment. I let Rachel's greed show. Depends on the price. Military's got rules, but rules don't pay my bills. Lena sets up a meeting with Milo at a crumbling museum full of old Serbian pottery. He's all business, flashing photos of M4 rifles, asking about export licenses, customs forms, the works. I play it cool, like Rachel would, tossing out just enough jargon to sound legit without giving away my real training. Small arms are easy, I say. But you want explosives? That's pricier, special handling, bigger risk. Milo nods, then pulls out his phone. We need a test. 500 rounds, 5.56 NATO, 2 weeks. $50,000 if you deliver. My heart's pounding, but Rachel's voice stays steady. I'll need to check inventory schedules, but I can make it work. Back in my apartment, I'm sweating, sending coded messages to Ramsey's team on a tablet disguised as a cheap e-reader. They arrange a fake theft 1,000 rounds of ammo, clean paperwork, handed off in a Denver parking lot by guys who look like they'd rather be anywhere else. I fly it to Constanta, a gritty port town on Romania's coast, and meet Milo in a warehouse that smells like rust and diesel. He checks the crates, nods, and my phone pings $50,000 in Rachel's account. Our boss wants to meet you, he says. Big opportunities, if you're serious. That's when I get the call to Brasov, a medieval town tucked in the Carpathian Mountains, all Gothic spires and cobbled streets hiding secrets older than America. Kane's compound is a fortress dressed up as a mansion, cameras in the rose bushes, guards posing as gardeners. Lena greets me, but she's different now, colder, like she's running the show. She leads me to a library where Victor Kane waits, a man who looks like he could sell you a car or slit your throat without blinking. Ms. Brooks, he says, voice like gravel, you impressed Milo. Let's talk business. He shows me photos, shipping containers stuffed with rifles, explosives, enough to arm a small army. This is 40% of our stock, he says. We need American guns, regular supply. You in? Rachel's greed takes over, but Sarah's brain is screaming, this is a jackpot. I nod, say, I'm tired of scraping by for a country that doesn't care. Show me the money. Kane smiles, offers $200,000 upfront, $50,000 a month, and a catch-eye move into his compound, cut all outside contact, prove my loyalty. I'm in deep now, no turning back. Life in the compound is like living in a 5-star prison. My room's nice, but the windows don't open, and every move's watched. They train Megans, explosives, logistics like I'm joining a corporate cult. I meet Kane's inner circle. Lena, who I'm pretty sure is his right-hand woman, Clara Voss, a Brit with a kill count that'd make a sniper blush, Marco, an ex-army bomb guy who got kicked out for stealing, and Elena, a logistics nerd who tracks shipments like a hawk. They're testing me, watching for cracks, but Rachel's bitterness keeps me steady. I'm memorizing everything: client lists, routes to Syria, Somalia, Afghanistan, maps of hidden warehouses. It's gold for Ramsey, but I'm starting to forget where Rachel ends and Sarah begins. Clara pulls me aside one day, says, "Military loyalty's a trap, Rachel. You're smarter than that, right?" I laugh, bitter as hell. Patriotism? That's for suckers who like being broke. She nods, but her eyes say she's still not sure about me. Then comes the real test. Clara wakes me before dawn, hands me tactical gear body armor, headset, a rifle that's seen action. "Field op," she says. "Kane wants to see you in action." We roll out in armored trucks, heading to a border town near Bulgaria. The job? Deliver anti-tank missiles to a guy named Hassan, a terrorist with a rap sheet longer than my arm. I'm loading weapons that could kill American allies, and Rachel's fine with it, money's money. But Sarah's screaming inside, memorizing every detail for Ramsey. At the drop, Hassan eyes me like I'm a puzzle. "You know American gear," he says. "We could use more of that." I play Rachel, all greed. "Pay me enough, I'll get you whatever you want." Back at the compound, Clara drops the bomb. There's a Bulgarian snitch, Ivan Petrov, leaking Kane's routes to NATO. "Tonight, we're taking him out. You're with me," she says. "Prove you're one of us." My stomach drops. Murder? That's the line I never thought I'd cross. I'm staring at the Carpathians, moonlight glinting off the peaks, and I know I'm out of time. If I kill Ivan, I'm Rachel for good. Sarah's gone. If I don't, I'm dead. So I stall. "Clara," I say, "my old army contacts say NATO's sniffing around. Killing this guy could bring heat we don't need." She buys it, calls Kane, and I slip a coded message to Ramsey Intel secured, "Need extraction now." Back at the compound, Kane's waiting, all calm menace. "Rachel, tell me about this NATO problem." I'm sweating, but Rachel's voice is steady. "My contacts say American spec ops are watching. Hit Ivan, and they'll swarm us." Before he can push, alarms blare. Ramsey's team is hitting the compound, hard. Muzzle flashes light up the night, and I'm done pretending. "Kane," I say, "I'm not Rachel. I'm an American operative, and your network's finished." His eyes narrow, but there's a flicker of respect. "You're good," he says. "I almost believed you were one of us." Ramsey's team storms in, all precision and firepower. Kane tries to bolt, but they've got the place locked down. He looks at me as they cuff him, says, "You'll never know if you were playing me or becoming me." That hits hard, because he's right. Rachel felt real, her anger, her greed, the way betrayal made sense. Ramsey pulls me aside, says, "Captain Miller, you saved lives. We've got their routes, their clients, everything. But as we drive out of those mountains, I'm not sure who's sitting in that truck. Sarah? Rachel? Someone in between?" Back home, the shrinks say I'll need years to unpack it, to find Sarah again. I stopped a war's worth of weapons from reaching terrorists, but I lost something to a piece of who I was, maybe forever. So, here I am, telling you this story, still wondering what it means to serve your country when it costs you your soul. Was I a hero? A traitor who felt too comfortable in her disguise? I don't know, but I want to hear from you down in the comments. Tell me, where's the line between duty and betrayal? Have you ever had to become someone else to do what's right? Hit that subscribe button, share this story, and let's talk about what it really means to fight for something bigger than yourself.